time. Please, let's take our seats. Baba wetu askofu, ndugu wa Kristo wa AGC na watu wa Nairobi, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. God is good. Mimi naona sauti yenu ni chini, ama nyinyi watu wa ushago. Mnakaa kama watu wa ushago. Mimi nafurahi sana asubuhi ya leo na mchana huu kuungana na Wakristo wa kanisa la AGC hapa katika sanctuary hii mpya hapa Nairobi. Nikimshukuru Mungu kwa nafasi tuliyopata, baraka mliopatiwa na Mungu na mawazo ya kujenga kanisa hii, kujenga headquarters ya kanisa la AGC hapa Karen. Nikisema pongezi, congratulations. Thank you very much. I remember a few years ago, I don't know whether there are quite few, at the inauguration of Bishop Robert Langat in Kericho, 13 years ago. We are getting old. And I have to disclose that Bishop is my age mate. So, and the Kalenjin people know a special place. When somebody is your age mate, you can literally tell them anything. So I remember telling Bishop that time that it's time AGC found its way from the village to the city. And I have had this conversation with Bishop many times. And he did tell me how difficult it was to persuade the good people, the elders, in Kericho. Because there are many people who think towns are a place to get lost. When many people come to town, you are warned, especially those of us who came from the village. You are warned, be very careful. The towns are very dangerous. There are robbers there. There are many other people who are not very good. So I think it's on that basis that the church for a long time was in Kericho and away from the city. And I remember encouraging Bishop Langat that you are a man who has gone to school, you've been to the United States. Please, God has blessed you to be the leader of this church. Make a difference. Little did I know that in our lifetime, Bishop and I, my age mate, would be here to finally usher in AGC to the city of Nairobi. It is a very, very proud moment for me, and I am very sure for Bishop Langat that today, in the heart of the city of Nairobi, in Karen, we now have the headquarters of the Africa Gospel Church. We have a branch of Tenwek, and we have a beautiful church together with a school downstairs. So I think this is a great moment, and it is worth every celebration. So congratulations, AGC. Congratulations, my age mate Bishop. Congratulations. I know it's taken many people, I've spoken many times with Aaron here, and every other time I speak to him about a church, rarely is it not about AGC. And I know we have walked this journey together, and I want to thank God that finally we have this church and we have AGC in the city of Nairobi. I know Bishop has told us the words of Isaiah 54, expand the place of your tent, lengthen the cords, and strengthen the stakes. That's about transformation. It's about, widening your horizon of thinking, of planning, of doing whatever it is that we are doing. And I'm very happy that AGC has walked that scripture. That's why you have AGC today in the city of Nairobi. Welcome to Nairobi. Karibuni Kanairo. And this is how the people of this city are. You've seen in our midst leaders from the broad-based arrangement, our member of parliament here, the MCAs. I'm sure if the governor of the city was here, he would say what I'm saying, that we want to develop this city with you. Let me also congratulate you by not leaving behind Tenwek as you come to Nairobi. Tenwek is always synonymous with AGC. And therefore, the fact that we have now a special clinic right here in the church compound in Nairobi is a very welcome development. The CEO, Mr. Siele here, knows that it is part of this administration's commitment on matters to do with health. And it is in Scripture. The Bible reminds us that unless we are careful, we will answer the question, I was sick, but maybe you did nothing about it. And because I want to answer that question in the affirmative when I am asked, that is why we have made it deliberate to reorganize our health delivery infrastructure. And today we have the delivery of health platform that we've always looked for. We've discussed universal health coverage for a very long time. I remember the NAC administration discussed about the universal health coverage. The Jubilee administration that I was part of, we discussed about universal health coverage. I am very proud that by God's grace, it is now a reality in our lifetime. Aaron here has said something very fundamental. And I've asked him, when he came to sit down, I've asked him, so Aaron, when is the last time the CEO of Tenwek looked for you to sort out the bills? He's told me, ever since Shah came into being, he has never received a telephone call from the CEO of Tenwek. And that is the truth. The CEO is here himself. The situation then was very different from the situation today. We have not only transformed the health infrastructure, we have digitized it. There is no more papers, left, right, and center to be manipulated by people. We still are continuing to get rid of the not so good people who want to manipulate the system. But we are better placed today. Tomorrow, on Monday, we will be paying 13 billion shillings from SHA to our hospital facilities in Kenya for this month only. 13 billion is money that used to be collected in almost 6 months under NHI. Today, that is the money we are paying in 1 month. And that is the difference we are making. And I'm saying this because AGC has been a great partner with the government of Kenya in matters health. And I want to encourage AGC, as I do all the other Christian health facilities, that we are going to walk the journey with you. We are going to make it easier for you to support us and to assist in making sure that health becomes a reality and health becomes a right of every citizen rather than a privilege of those who can afford or those who have means. Because the Constitution of Kenya instructs us in Section 43 that health must be a right for every citizen. So congratulations, AGC, for coming to Nairobi, and congratulations even more for carrying Tenwek alongside with you. To assure you that we will continue to do the best that we can. Forget the naysayers. There are so many naysayers. There are so many people who speak out of turn. There are many people who have lost in this show because some of the facilities were doing more billing than treating. So we had many people who are looking for money out of this. But just to assure you that we're going to work together and to build this support for AGC and for all our other religious organizations. Let me also say that thank you very much for the school facility that you have here. We will continue to work with our religious organizations as we support the education of the children of Kenya. Together, we are building a better education system. We're expanding more classrooms. We are doing more teachers, those of the residents of this city. In the last year or two, we've expanded classrooms here in the city. We're expanding opportunities for our children. The Nairobi City County has been magnanimous. They have made sure that there is a meal for our children in school. And we're continuing to build the ecosystem that will support this city. So you are coming into a very good space. Just so that I give you a bit of geography, Bishop, for the AGC around Nairobi. There are many things that are happening in this city. I had occasion to speak to the county assembly of the great city of Nairobi and found agreement with the members of the county assembly on how to rework the city of Nairobi. You know, as our member of parliament here said, the dualling of this road is actually, we have already designed, and shortly we will be advertising the dualling of this road. It's part of the development of infrastructure that I shared with the county of Nairobi, because the decision that we have made as a government is that if we need to project the right image of Kenya, it's right here in Nairobi that that image is formed by many people. There are many people who claim to have come to Kenya from different countries, but they have actually come to Nairobi. So if they get the wrong impression of Nairobi, they will carry the wrong impression of Kenya. And therefore, it is important for us to get this city to clearly represent and properly represent our country. So as I told the leadership of Nairobi, already we have mapped out almost 250 kilometers of tarmac around Nairobi. 67 kilometers is already under construction. We are starting the next almost 70 kilometers in the next week or so, and then the rest will follow. And to make sure that we give this city the facelift that it requires, we are rolling out in the next week or so lighting of the city. We are rolling out 40,000 lights in the city of Nairobi to make sure that Nairobi has the correct lighting. This is a 24-hour city. And it's not just going to be in the major highways, it's going to be in estates, it's going to be in different parts. And we have agreed with the county government of Nairobi on how we are going to do that. We are also shortly, we have started, actually not shortly, we have started this week. And next week, you will begin to see a difference in the collection of garbage in Nairobi City. We had, I think, 40 trucks last week. That is being escalated to 150 trucks, progressively to 250 trucks to make sure the city of Nairobi is garbage-free. And we will be listening to the residents of the city of Nairobi. We will be waiting for their feedback as we clean up the city, light up the city, and make the city much more motorable. It is my belief, as I work together with the county government of Nairobi, that by December this year, we will have a different city in Nairobi. And so, Bishop, you are coming at the right time. As we are cleaning up stuff in Nairobi, maybe you have your prayers, for the city. I think we needed AGC in town. So we will do this together and continue to pray for us as the people who have the privilege to lead our country and lead our city, so that we can do the will of God and we can do that which is right for the residents of our city. Finally, let me say that as we go into the future, we will continue to manage situations. I know there are situations like the one that is happening in the Middle East that affects, transport routes, logistics routes, escalating prices. But I want to thank Parliament also for stepping in when I proposed to Parliament changes to our tax structure. They did it expeditiously. In fact, the passage of the law was done in 1 hour and 20 minutes. And we had a whole brand new law for me to sign. And that has significantly adjusted the prices downwards. And we are going to monitor the situation to see how this goes forward. I know many people in Kenya keep asking, why is it that sometimes prices of fuel are different in Kenya from our neighbors? And sometimes maybe it's good to let them know, because it's important for people to know. 3 things. Number one, Kenya is a middle-income country. Our neighbors are least development countries. There's a big difference. If you want to compare Kenya fairly with others, compare Kenya with other middle-income countries. That is how you will get the figures right. Middle-income countries like Kenya possibly have higher prices than Kenya, or the same. That's number one. Number two, our fuel supports transport infrastructure. I just want Kenyans to know that we have 20,000 kilometers of tarmac to maintain, and we have 6,000 kilometers of tarmac under construction. 20,000 kilometers of tarmac to maintain here in Kenya is actually the same for the other 6 or 7 East African countries. If you add the number of kilometers in Uganda, Tanzania, DRC, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, it is not 20,000 kilometers. Yeah? So the 20,000 kilometers we have in Kenya is more than all the tarmac in all the other 7 countries in EAC. That is what we are maintaining. Number two, the 6,000 kilometers we are constructing at the moment in Kenya is equivalent to all the tarmacs in our neighboring country, which has been built for 60 years. Sasa, tujue vile mambo inaendelea. And we are setting our standards even higher. We want to do another 28,000 kilometers of tarmac in the next 7 years. Did you hear what the bishop said? Expand the place of your tent. Lengthen the cords and strengthen the stakes. That's what it is. Yeah? And that's how transformation looks like. Transformation is not about making peace with mediocrity. It's about expanding your horizon of thinking. And we've been stuck for far too long. Yesterday, I was in a place called Banisa. Many of you may not know where Banisa is. And I remember yesterday when I got into the car in Banisa, so I asked my driver, by the way, how many kilometers was it from Nairobi to this place? He told me 1,090. So Banisa is 1,090 kilometers from Nairobi. And in that Banisa, if you see the pictures of yesterday, we have a modern market in Banisa, in the middle of nowhere, similar to 600 other markets we are building around Kenya. Something the people in Banisa never imagined would happen in their lifetime. Yeah? A place in Northeastern where people, it was a forgotten place. It was a forgotten place. But we are spreading, we are expanding, making sure that we carry the whole of the country on board as we develop our country. So we are not just developing Nairobi, we're developing Kenya. And I am very happy that today Kenya is a construction site. Go to any place, go to anywhere, from Mandera to Lamu to Busia, anywhere. We've turned Kenya into a construction site. And it's going to be like this, God willing, for the next 30 years, until Kenya becomes the country that we have always wanted it to be. So, mimi I'm encouraging you, Bishop, that as we develop the country, the church must come along. We must come together so that we take the country to the next level. So thank you very much for this great event. We're very proud to be here. I know many leaders, many friends, many church leaders have put their hands, committed their resources, prayed for this church, and that's why we're here. No single person can take credit. And I want to encourage other leaders that you can never go wrong when you give to God. And I'm saying it out of experience. You can never go wrong. People will make noise, others will castigate, others will criticize, but you can never go wrong when you give to God. So continue and count on us, Bishop, as you continue to build the church. You can count on our support, count on our partnership, and that of the government of Kenya. We will continue to make it our responsibility and business to support in whatever way that is possible. The same way you are our partners in education, in health, and in all the other spheres, we will continue also to do our part. I know you have mentioned to me about the cabro here. We're going to share. I've told this Sunday school man here, Aaron, yeah, to work with so we are going to share. I'm going to contribute 50%. You people look for the other 50%. Then we can clean up outside there. Sawa sawa. Ndio mkae chonjo. Unajua nyinyi mnaweza kuja hapa alafu mlete ile maneno ya ushago hapa. Unajua nilikuwa nasikia Bishop akisema ati mnisamee nitahubiri for 20 minutes. 20 minutes, Bishop, it's the standard time hapa Nairobi. Yeah, hiyo ni standard time ya sermon. Kwanza ni 15 minutes hapo. Ukipitisha hapo, watu wataanza kuangalia hii. Sindio? So asa mtajua vile ya cooperate hapa Nairobi. Unajua huko nyumbani tunatoka kanisa saa 9. Sunday is the whole day is for church. Lakini hapa Nairobi ni ya masaa. So otherwise, thank you very much, good people. I am very happy to be part of this congregation. I apologize that I told Bishop that I am hired by the people of Kenya, and I have an assignment to travel to Italy for matters of the Republic of Kenya, and I want to be a faithful servant and do what I must do for the people who hired me. So otherwise, thank you very much, AGC, congratulations, and we want to work together. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.